Hello and welcome to Dappz Live, the show where we talk about sports, laugh about sports, and if you're a Yankees fan, finally cry about sports. Everybody get in the comments now, drop your questions, and we will answer them. Remember, follow the page and be sure to DM us every single day. We're answering questions. Today we've got an old friend. Johnny Flame is back. Ethan, how are you?
I'm doing well, man. I'm doing well, knowing that I'm the starting point guard for this team. I start over Coutinho Mobley. I start over that sweet girl. I'm number one on this show, and I'm back.
That sweet girl, I love it. As I see this on screen as well, it looks like it's been 11 days without breakfast, Ethan.
Yeah, I am starving right now. It's finally cold in here, so now I really am hungry. I'm about to go into hibernation, so if I don't get a breakfast sandwich tomorrow, oof, you're in trouble.
All right, let's get into it, Ethan. Shohei Ohtani kind of sucks. The Dodgers lose a big one in Los Angeles to the Powder Blues. Phillies take the first game of the series. Nobody can win at home. Dodgers looked like absolute shit, Ethan. It was unbelievable. Dave Roberts tries to pull some Steven Spielberg shit. I don't know if he thinks he's got Kevin Costner on his team. He brings Clayton Kershaw in. He gets absolutely rocked. Last season, Dodger legend, he hasn't pitched in weeks, gives up 5 runs in the 8th inning. Ethan, 5 runs in 1 inning. They were trying to use Kershaw as, oh, well, he can't start a game and go 5 innings for us. Why not bring him in for 1 or 2? Old Faithful. Do you think that is a bonehead move, Ethan?
Dude, leave my boy Clayton Kershaw alone. He came in down. They weren't expecting to Kershaw to get some hits and win the game. They were already losing. He was there to fill in innings. And also, whoa, the Dodgers lost 1 game out of 3 games, or 2-1 in the series. Why are we overreacting over the Dodgers, who have a salary cap larger than any other team in the league? Let's just take a chill pill. You're allowed to lose 1 game. It happens.
Well, not only that, here's a crazy stat, Ethan. The Dodgers, this playoffs, have not scored less than 4 runs in 1 game until yesterday. So that just shows you how good this team is. And we talk about this a lot. You're a starting pitcher for any team, and you got to play the Dodgers. Oh God, I gotta go up against Ohtani. All right, well, he's not hitting that well right now. You get him out. You strike Ohtani out. Guess what? Now you're facing Mookie Betts, another MVP. Oh, well, guess what? Mookie not having the best day. He's feeling under the weather. You get him out too. Guess who's up next? Freddie Freeman. Freddie MVP Freeman, who, by the way, was the World Series MVP, not Ohtani last year. So, Ohtani, listen, not to say he hasn't played well. He played extremely well last season, but not well enough to win the MVP in the World Series, right? Hit a lot of doubles, hit some home runs here and there. Right now, though, you're not seeing the Ohtani of the regular season where every third at bat he's hitting a home run. He's leading the Dodgers to victory. Tommy Edman, I don't know if you've been following Tommy Edman's career, but they traded for him last year from the Cardinals. He became, underneath Freeman, he was sort of the MVP of the playoffs. And then yesterday he hits a bomb. He's playing extremely well. Tesco Hernandez is playing extremely well. So obviously, I'm kidding when I say Shohei kind of sucks, but his bat is definitely cold. Game 1, 0 for 4, 4 strikeouts, 3 looking. Game 2, 1 for 5. Game 3, 0 for 5. Ethan, do they need his bat to get hot, or are they good enough to win the series without him?
Didn't he have 2 home runs in the first game of the playoffs? What? This is crazy. The expectations we have of Shohei Ohtani are way too high. He comes out and pitches, leads 2 earned runs, and people are like, dude, he fucking sucks. Like, let's lower our expectations. I know he's the best baseball player of all time, but so is everyone else on his team. Like Tommy Edman, Teoscar Hernandez, Will Smith are the back end of that lineup, who could be the front end of any lineup. I'm not worried about the Dodgers. They're going to lose games. Let's not forget, they were not a good regular season team. This is a wild card spot team. They're playing away for the games because they're not that good. So let's just lower our expectations, and when the Dodgers make the championship, then we can start talking shit.
So next question is, Dodgers are going to play in a couple hours, right?
Mm-hmm.
Are we seeing a Game 5?
I don't know. I'm not sure. Like, this could be the last day of the Phillies, which I really hope they are, because that franchise and that fan bases are full of pieces of shit. So I really hope they lose. Also, being in Dodger Stadium, you're not going to lose back-to-back games. I'll probably take the Dodgers today.
You like the Dodgers at home?
Yeah. Listen, I'm a Marlins fan. I'm not a Dodgers fan. I'm just honest with everyone.
That's just what it is.
Yeah.
The Dodgers are fine, but Dave Roberts, it's not a movie. It's a professional sport. The Yankees, however, are finished. Finito. Season's over. All you Yankees fans who were telling me, bye-bye, have fun on the couch, Mets fan, congratulations. You were in the MLB for 7 extra days.
Woohoo.
Great work. Great work. Actually, pathetic work. You let your division rival, the Blue Jays, steal the division from you, get home field advantage, and then you played absolutely pathetic. None of your bats could hit besides Judge. The heroics of Aaron Judge in Game 3 were no more. Blue Jays are moving on, and that makes 16 years in a row without a World Series for the Yankees. Interesting fact, Ethan, the longest stretch ever of the Yankees not winning a World Series, 19 years, and that was in like 1916. The recent playoff results of the Yanks, though, let's go through them real quick, Ethan. 2025 lose in ALDS. 2024 they lost in the World Series. 2022, so they missed it in 2023. 22 lose in ALCS. 21 lose in wild card. 20 lose in ALDS, lose in ALCS, lose in ALDS, lose in ALCS. Generational choking year after year with the lineup that they have, because again, we're talking about a team that rivals the Dodgers, right? Ohtani, Judge, right? You sign Bellinger, you go sign Goldschmidt. And these guys maybe, a little up there in age. You have Ben Rice. You have Austin Wells. You have these guys who are supposed to be complementary players. They don't have 3 MVPs, but they got 2, right? Did Cody Bellinger win an MVP?
Yeah, Cody won an MVP.
So they have 3 MVPs also.
Yeah,
Goldschmidt, Bellinger, and Judge.
Dude, people are complaining about Dave Roberts, and Aaron Boone is still the coach of the Yankees. I am waiting on my phone for that message that says Aaron Boone will not be returned. If he gets returned again, that he has nudes of Steinbrenner, he should not be a coach. I mean, look at that chart. Every single thing we saw on that chart was an Aaron Boone loss. You can't start blaming other people when your coach is a dipshit.
I don't disagree. Aaron Boone's an idiot. He's made some extremely questionable decisions.
Fucking dumbass.
I mean, listen, he benches Chisholm in Game 1, right? He benched Ben Rice also, who had a hot bat. He's playing Volpe, who, by the way, went 1 for 15.
Oh, my God. The only one worse than Boone is Volpe.
1 for 15, 11 strikeouts in this series. And where is the presence of mind by Boone to go, maybe I should sit Volpe? Maybe not Jazz Chisholm. Maybe I should move Jazz Chisholm to shortstop and just figure it out.
Dude, he is public enemy number 1 in New York. He does not know what he's doing. And the past 3 years, we always kept expecting him to be fired. So what is it? What does he have on the Yankees? What are they seeing in him? He wasn't even a good player. He was a half-ass player to begin with. This is just like the mascot of the Yankees at this point. Let's get him the fuck out of there.
Well,
I don't like the Yankees.
Well, no one is happier than the Dominican duo of Big Papi and Vlad Jr. Take a look.
Yankee lose. The Yankees lose. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Bubba, hey, let's do it again. The Yankees lose. The Yankees lose. Yankees lose. Let's go, baby.
But you don't take it personal.
They're doing this with Jeter and A-Rod on air is just so rich. I love this. And you know what I also love is that A-Rod and Jeter are smiling. They got to eat it. This is their former team, but they're obviously playing ball. I mean, Vlad's stats at Yankee Stadium since 2021 are disgusting. First in home runs, 16. First in RBIs. First in extra base hits. First in OPS. First in average, including postseason. These stats, I don't know. Vlad, maybe he should sign with the Yankees. What do you think, Ethan?
I'm so happy Vlad's getting his flowers, as well as the rest of the Blue Jays team. Like Springer and Bichette are fantastic players. People were talking shit, because when Vlad came into the league, he was the hottest guy in the baseball. And then people saw him kind of fall off, batting 260, 270. Now he's back. Listen, Vlad's an elite player. His dad was an elite player. They're both Yankees Yankee killers. And I love the fact that we have Big Papi and Vlad and Pedro Martinez calling everyone his daddy. I just love that all these Yankees haters are getting the platform to shit on them. But watch out for the Blue Jays. They're the number one team in baseball for a reason. They have a great pitching staff. They have talented bats all throughout the order. People were like, oh, the Yankees are going to beat the Blue Jays. Like, this is not the same Blue Jays team you're thinking of. This is a really stacked lineup.
Well, I really do agree. And listen, Vlad has been a prospect for a long time that people were blowing up on and predicting he would have a great career. And now you're slowly starting to maybe see him get his flowers. And I think Bo Bichette isn't even playing, I believe.
Is he not playing?
One of their starters isn't even playing. So the Blue Jays, absolutely incredible job they've done with the tools that they've had. And we go from celebrating the wild card series, the Yankees are celebrating, popping champagne against the Red Sox, to giving up 30 runs to the Blue Jays. 30 runs, Ethan, and crashing out of the World Series. Ethan, where do the Yankees go from here? Boone's got to get fired, right?
You fire Boone, you get rid of that Giancarlo Stanton contract, you ship out Volpe, you might even want to trade out J-Dom. I think they need to retool that team because outside of Aaron Judge, they don't really have shit, and their pitching staff kind of sucks. So let's focus on the outside of the ball because hitting is going to come. Remember, the Yankee Stadium is a tiny little league baseball stadium. Anyone can hit home runs there. So let's just focus on pitching so you don't get 30 runs dropped on you in a playoff series, and then you can fix the team up.
And then Subby Jose says...
And then you get rid of all those shitty, fake-ass fans you have. Sorry.
And then Subby Jose says, trade Breece Hall for Omarion Hampton. Up or down?
What? Omarion Hampton's out for like a month. What? Keep Breece Hall. The Jets
keep
are
Breece
still
Hall.
a team.
Keep Breece Hall is the advice. Now to the Blue Jays. Next up. Big Dumper. Godspeed.
Go Knowles.
The greatest home run catch of all time. This was actually sweet, Ethan. I don't know how much you heard about this story. Speaking of the big dump, Cal Raleigh, one of the best hitting seasons of all time. Look at this. Homers in the top of the ninth to left field, 62 of the season, and a legend catches it in a dump 61 here shirt.
Oh, that's
dump
so
61,
sick.
and then he had dump 62.
Wow.
What are the chances this guy sits in the exact right spot? This is such a cool story.
In an away game, too.
In an away game, like, this is really, like, fandom at its finest. This is awesome. Yeah. And I'm not even a Seattle guy. So cool. OG Giants says 2 more wins for my Cubbies. I'm telling you, they got to come back, too. But listen, Seattle Mariners versus Detroit. We're getting a lot of good baseball right now, Ethan. This guy in Detroit gets the custom shirt. This is a fucking fan. After the game, he gets the meat dumper, gets a signed bat. Ethan, why aren't you the Big Dumper's biggest fan? Why didn't you make this T-shirt?
This is how we do it in Florida State. That is good old Florida State baseball, hitting 60 bombs from both sides of the plate. I love this fan. This is why I love baseball. The fans can be included. The fans can make big plays. We can get them involved in the game. This is why this is one of the best sports. We're getting competitive series on both sides of the ball. In baseball and football, we just see blowouts in the playoffs. This is like tough, good baseball. I love Big Dumper. I mean, if he could just kick that batting average out of the 240, I mean, he's going to be like one of the greatest catchers of all time.
I would like Fanatics to acquire that shirt from the fan and cut it up and turn it into a bunch of one-on-ones.
You should get the baseball and the jersey dual cut.
That would be sick. After the evil witch known as the Phillies Karen, we've got a lot of good fan interactions lately. It's been nice. It's been nice to see this because that Karen in Philadelphia, the thought of her in my brain, I don't think she'll ever leave my brain. It's just like, I hate her.
Dude, that was in Marlins Park, and I want to let you know that I've seen that type of aura come out of ladies there. It's just disgusting. That's what happens when you let shitty fans in your stadium.
Anti-aura.
Mets and Phillies fans shouldn't be allowed.
Week 6. NFL Power Rankings, and I've got it locked, Ethan. I've got the rankings locked. I know exactly how it's going to go down, and I know that I have to throw to you to get your opinion. I don't give a shit what your opinion is because I already know the answer. All right, let's go over my power rankings. Ethan, you let me know what you think, but remember, I don't care. All right. Coming in at number 5, the Pittsburgh Steelers. Aaron Rodgers is back, baby. I'm telling you, this is a team you do not want to play. The Pittsburgh Steelers are the most coveted franchise in the NFL. All right? And I'm not even kidding. I'm not even kidding. The Patriots had their run starting in, 2000 to 2025. But I'm talking about the Steelers have been around since the 70s, winning Super Bowls, all right? They've won them more recently with Bill Cowher, with Mike Tomlin, and now they have Aaron Rodgers. Guess who they have on defense? TJ Watt. Guess who else they have on defense? Jalen Ramsey. They have Jalen Warren, Kenneth Gainwell, Caleb Johnson, 3 running backs, dynamic.
Do they have anyone under the age of 30?
They have DK Metcalf. I think Calvin Austin might be under 30. I'm not sure. All right.
A player?
Steelers are 3-1. They've beat the Vikings. They've beat the Jets. Jets kind of stink, right? Jets aren't really good, right?
No, I wouldn't
Jets
say
are
so.
not that good. Guess who else they beat? The Patriots, who everybody's raving about this week. The Patriots are better than the Bills. Oh, well, guess what? The Steelers beat them. The one loss they have this year is to the Seahawks, and I don't know if you remember how they lost, but there was a kick that went over into the end zone. Oh, you didn't see this game?
Dude, the Seahawks missed 2 field goals. They should have won that game by a lot.
No, but there was a play where they jumped out on the end zone, right? So instead of getting the ball, they gave back 7. That was their one loss of the year. It's going to be tough to beat the Steelers. Good frickin' luck. And guess who they get to play 6 times this year? The Ravens, Browns, and Bengals, who all stink. Guaranteed the Steelers are getting 12 wins minimum this year. We're going to move into number 4. MVP lead candidate favorite, Baker Mayfield and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who just made minced meat of the Seattle Seahawks, who Ethan loves so much.
Wasn't that game in like 33-31? What do you sit down?
No one can stop Baker Mayfield. I'm telling you, let's bring up his wins as well. Baker Mayfield's balling out every single week. I mean, he's a top 5 fantasy guy. He's a winner. He's got the best receiving core in the league. He's got the the rookie of the year for sure. It's not even going to be close. Egbuka is crushing everybody. The Buccaneers beat the Falcons, stink. Texans stink. Jets stink. They lose to the Eagles by 6 because Baker throws a pick, and then they beat the Seahawks. Love the Buccaneers. Love Baker's tenacity. He's a real man. You're going to love number 3 on the power rankings, Ethan. This is your favorite team in the league, the Philadelphia Eagles, who are 4-1. I think we were all happy, though, that they finally got their first loss of the season. Let's bring up their win and losses this year as well. Now, the Eagles have beat the Bucs. They beat the Cowboys week 1, even though CeeDee Lamb dropped 1,000,000 balls. The only and it pains me to not have the Chiefs in my top 5 power rankings, but the Chiefs lost to the Eagles. I thought they were going to win. They didn't. Thank God the Broncos beat the Eagles last week because I'm so sick of them. And the way that they're winning is really ugly, but they're winning games. They block a field goal against the Rams to somehow bring it back to town. I think they should have lost to the Rams. But because they didn't, they're going to stay at the 3 spot. Let's go back to number 2, the Detroit Lions. I know you love Jared Goff, Ethan. Don't shake your head.
He's good.
All right. They absolutely destroyed the Ravens. It wasn't even close. The Bengals are a joke. The Browns are a joke. They dropped 50 on the Bears. Who else has dropped 50 this season? Nobody. Yeah, listen, they had to put it together week 1 against the Packers. They hadn't figured it out. They're going to destroy the Packers in their game at home. And then number 1, the Buffalo Bills. Nobody gives a shit that they lost to Drake May last week. It doesn't matter. It was a fluke game. I think they fumbled, had an interception twice in their own zone, gave up plays. They obviously didn't want it. This is why Josh Allen won't be able to beat Patrick Mahomes when it comes playoff time. I will be very happy when I can reinsert Patrick Mahomes back into the top 5 power rankings. I hope you understand, Ethan, why I can't put Pat in the top 5 after he lost to the crummy-ass Jaguars.
Well, honestly, the Jaguars should be in the top 5. I think the Jaguars are better than the Steelers and the Bucs. So I think this whole ranking's wrong. I think the Rams need to be in this list. I think the Chiefs need to be in this list. Dude, the Buccaneers haven't beat shit, and the Steelers are a bunch of unks. And you're going to get the Mike Tomlin special where they make the playoffs and lose in the first round. You're going to get the Bucs, same thing. Listen, whenever I get my power rankings, you'll see what's what. See what's what.
Well, if we go through this together, Ethan, you said you think the Jaguars are better than who?
Than the Bucs and the Steelers.
Okay, so if the Steelers play the Jaguars, my money would be on the Steelers every single time, whether they're in Jacksonville or they're in Pittsburgh. If the Rams played the Jaguars, same thing, money on the Rams. If the Lions play the Jaguars, I'm betting on the Lions. The Buccaneers, 100%. There's no way I would bet on Trevor Lawrence to beat Baker Mayfield. In order to win the game, Ethan, I don't think we watched the game together, but in order to win the game, Trevor Lawrence had to fall down, get up, stumble, hit the ground again, and then have the Chiefs defense forget where they were so that he could walk in the end zone at the end of the game. Trevor Lawrence did not look good. He threw 2 horrible picks against the Chiefs. The Chiefs let them back into the game, and they stole one against KC. They had absolutely no business beating Mahomes. Nice work, Jacksonville. Good job, whatever. Trevor Lawrence makes some idiotic decisions, and he's going to continue to do so. Yeah, he is not going to be able to win in the playoffs.
What about the week before where they beat the undefeated 49ers? Like, this is a good team. Like, I know it's not fun to watch.
He's right. The Jacksonville Jaguars who are not undefeated. They have a loss, right? You're saying at the time they were
undefeated 49ers at the time.
He's right. They beat the San Francisco 49ers with a backup quarterback in.
That's still a defensive team. I mean, listen, I understand that the Jaguars don't look good. That offense is not what it's supposed to be, but they play tough football. I knew they were going to win that game against the Chiefs. I knew it since the first half. It's just like the way they play is grindy, and Tila, is not like the most wow quarterback, but he makes the right plays. Let's not underrate a good team.
Let's take some comments in real quick. Bryce Press says, Jags beating Seahawks, you think? No, I don't think. Yes. I think the Seahawks are going to beat the Jags because the Jags stink.
Not with
okay, then I have, had any quarterback ever beat them? Can we move that over to the right so I can see these comments for a second? Okay, guys. So had any quarterback ever beat a team twice in a season starting on 2 different teams? I think OG Giant's referring to Joe Flacco, who if he beats the Packers this week. And by the way, for everybody who is behind the camera or in front of the camera on this show today, if the Packers lose to the Bengals with Joe Flacco, you will all be coming on camera the following week and issuing an I'm an idiot statement at the podium for saying that the Packers are Super Bowl contenders. You will stand at the podium and say, I want to apologize to everybody who watches this show and anybody who knows ball. I don't know ball. I said the Packers were Super Bowl contenders, which is an absolute fucking joke. All right. Bryce Press says, so we're not going to talk about the free 14 points. I'm not sure what we're referring to there. If anybody can give me what he's saying. Buddha, Chiefs are so trash. Ethan, I'm sure you have something to say to Buddha. He threw 1 pick, brother. Brock Purdy played. Get your facts straight. What did he play? Half the game? Okay, let's go to the next one.
Guy Sharp.
Guy Sharp. Guy Sharp. My power rankings are right. Yours are wrong. That's really what I want you to know, all right? Now, Conor McGregor has a drug problem.
Whoa.
Or should we say a fun problem? What do you think about this, Ethan?
Dude, Conor's on way more than just weed, all right? We all know what Conor's on, and he's not hiding it. Listen, he just didn't want to get tested, Maybe he got, maybe just he wasn't feeling well. Either way, Conor's the GOAT. It doesn't matter what he does. His legacy is cemented. I don't care how much drugs you do.
Yeah, I mean, he's on an insane mix of both cocaine and steroids. So, listen, he skips his drug tests because he knows what's going to come out in there, and then he's got it on record that he has cocaine and PEDs in his system. Instead, he just skips them. He gets the same ban. But who knows what he's really on, except for you and I. Retroactively banned for missing 3 USADA sample collections, June 20th, September 19th, and 20th. So the standard is the ban is usually a 24-month ban. Conor is a special guy, brings in all the dollars. So not only does he get the ban
retroactive,
he gets the ban, he gets it reduced. So the ban becomes retroactive, right? So instead of starting the ban on this date for 24 months, it starts back last year in 2024 and it runs 18 months so that it ends in March of 2026, just in time for Conor McGregor, guess what, to fight at the White House. Ethan, what is the point of this? What is the point of this drug testing program if they're just going to move the chains for Conor?
Because we don't care if he's on drugs. I want to see him drugged out in the fight. I want to see two coked out Michael Chandlers and Conor McGregor fight each other. Let them get drugged out. This would be like the old UFC when you watched all these meathead Brazilians fight each other on cocaine. It was fun to watch at the point.
And Bryce Press says, if Jags beat Seahawks, I want an I'm an idiot statement from you. Bryce, you keep watching this show every day, and I promise you, if the Jaguars beat the Seahawks, and they are a legitimate team this year, and T-Law plays well, I will proudly step up here, say, I was mistaken. I didn't watch the Jaguars ball enough. I apologize to you, Bryce. Guarantee it. Guarantee you get that. Keep watching the show, Bryce. Make sure you're following. I guarantee you I will issue. Really, it's not a Jaguars apology. It's a Bryce Press apology. All right? I promise you you'll get that. Because unlike others, I can admit when I'm wrong. All right? Conor versus Chandler or Diaz 3. What do you want more on the card, and what do you think will be on the card?
The only fight I want to see on this card is John Jones either fighting Pereira or fighting Aspinall. That's the best part of the card. Either way, I would like to see a BMF fight with McGregor in it. I don't want to see Diaz. I want to see Michael Chandler. I want to see even Mike Perry at this point. Nick Diaz is a washed man. Like
listen, I don't care if they throw a easy fight up for Conor, and maybe that is or isn't Michael Chandler. But I would just love to see McGregor knock out one guy before he retires. Just one guy, right? Like, you remember the Cowboy Cerrone fight they put together, which was so weird, and he came back and he like shouldered him until he knocked him out. And who has ever shouldered somebody and knocked them out, by the way, in that high of a level of a fight? I've never seen that before. So Mateo said, I thought this was a TikTok video. Appreciate you for watching, Mateo. Brady wants Trump versus Biden on the White House floor. What do you think about that, Ethan?
Yeah, I want to see Trump versus Biden and Dana versus Joe Rogan. Let's not even put UFC fighters on the card. Let's just get random celebrities. Let's get Drake versus Kendrick at the White House. It's Americana.
JJ says McGregor is only knocking himself out. I mean, probably. I wouldn't be surprised. Connor, we'll see you at the White House card. Don't get knocked out by Mike Chandler. That would be pathetic and anticlimactic. The Bill Belichick and UNC drama is not ending. Bill Belichick, greatest coach in the history of the NFL, has been an embarrassment. UNC is 2-3 with zero chance of doing anything relevant this year. They've gotten their dicks kicked in by TCU, Clemson, and Central Florida. This Jordan Hudson thing will never end. He's kissing her on the sideline. He's got her calling plays. Is this AI? What the?
Is this legal? No, this is AI.
100%.
Right?
I mean, the AI is so good that you
Okay,
think
thank
you're
God.
watching a video and it's real, and then he picks her up and it's absolutely wild. Listen, when Belichick signed with UNC, did anybody really get excited? I think my sentiment on it was like, what? Why? And remember, by the way, Dallas, the Cowboys were looking for a head coach, right? The Texans, not that they were looking for one. There was a bunch of teams, I think the Titans, like there was a bunch of teams that Belichick could have went to in the NFL. He goes to UNC. It doesn't really make sense. He could have went to the Falcons. As a Jets fan, by the way, I have Aaron Glenn dancing on the sideline, losing games, doesn't know how to even start a play without a flag. I would have happily taken Bill Belichick for the New York Jets and just had a bad year and figured it out next year. And now we've got conversations about a buyout for Bill Belichick at UNC. And it looks like UNC might be fucked. These are the three scenarios, Ethan. Let's talk through them. UNC could wait until 2028 to fire him and burn $30 million and then part ways. Or, option B, UNC could fire him, pay him $20 million in cash to release him early. Or, Belichick could resign and pay UNC $1 million. Ethan, how do you see this going?
Honestly, Bill has ruined his legacy with this girl. I feel so bad. Like, this is just elder abuse. Like, I think she's in his ears, making him do bad decisions. Like, going to UNC was just a decision based on the fact that he lives around the campus during the offseason. He thinks shit's sweet, and bro, at this point, like, Tom Brady is laughing at you. Tom Brady is at home being like, haha, I was the reason we won, not you, Bill. And he's kind of shown it, because ever since Tom left, Bill fell off with the Patriots. Now he's in fucking college and losing. Like, he's in the ACC school. Like, UNC doesn't have that much tough competition. Like, you're just not preparing. this girl is just so toxic. I feel so bad for Bill. He needs to go to a home.
He needs to go to a home. Dawn says,
and they need
hello
to cut
from
him.
St. Louis. Hello, Dawn. We're so glad you're watching. Appreciate you watching, Dawn. Shane Gillis versus your guest.
Dude, I would love to fight Shane. Shane is a legend, though.
Wow, Ethan versus Shane Gillis. I would pay to watch that for sure. And by the way, if you've forgotten, Ethan is the #1 co-host above Katino Mobley.
Yes.
And that sweet girl.
Yes.
All right. So he's doing a very, very good job.
Pam. Her name is Pam.
Yeah, Pam.
I like Pam.
Shout out Pam.
I don't think she's watching, but I like Pam.
Everybody's asking for Pam back.
I want Pam back, too. It's too cold in here.
Now, the lines on Shane versus the co-host are -400 for Shane. UNC
Shane?
maybe don't hire a geriatric with a 24-year-old woman moving his mouth for him. Little due diligence. We're going to go into a little Thursday night football preview real quick, Ethan. Tonight.
I whoop Shane's ass. I'm sorry.
Tom Brady versus Eli Manning. They'd love to see that on the White House lawn. What do you think about that, Ethan?
Too much forehead pass.
Too much forehead pass. Okay. So the Eagles are going to play the Giants tonight. Okay. You got Jackson Dart up and coming, beats the Chargers, then looks like absolute ass. Looks like absolute ass against the Saints, the low-level Saints. Is Jackson Dart he needs a little bit more time, or what are you thinking?
Dude, he plays for the Giants. They're going to be asked if he plays well or not. Let's not accuse Jackson Dart for the failure of the Giants. He honestly doesn't look that bad. But the coach is an idiot. The team sucks. Jackson Dart has he's excused. You know, he can do whatever he wants this year, and I wouldn't judge him.
Yeah, well, I think you're right. He does. He gets a pass for the rest of the year. He's got to feel out the NFL. It's a different pace, right? Jalen Hurts, big test. Saquon. I think he has an injury designation. It's been a very weird year for Jalen Hurts.
Because
AJ Brown and Devontae Smith. You never hear Devontae Smith complaining about anything, but AJ Brown every other week is, and it's just very curious because AJ Brown, you went out and traded for this guy from Tennessee. Throw him the ball. I don't get it. Throw it into double coverage. Give him some looks. I'm not really understanding it, especially if you're going to be losing games to the Broncos. Air the ball out, start the game, throw it to Saquon, run it to Saquon, throw it to AJ, throw it to Devontae. Stop with this slow ball. I hate it. It's boring. Nobody wants to see that. No Philadelphia fan is paying to watch this brand of football. New York Giants, on the other hand, you got Scattaboo. Tyrone Tracy, who separated his shoulder a couple weeks ago, they're saying he's back in. Neighbors is out. Wan'Dale Robinson, what do you think about him? You think he can emerge as
Dude, what is a Wan'Dale Robinson? The Eagles suck, by the way. I want to let you know that last week I slammed the Broncos because the Broncos had the best rush defense in the league. And guess what happened? They made Hurts throw the ball. He couldn't hit the backside of a fucking barn. This guy is terrible. Everyone's complaining now. Devontae Smith's even complaining. That guy is 5'7". He's a fucking child, and he's complaining about how bad he is. Saquon going out will be the demise of this team. And they'll still beat the Giants because they suck. They have no neighbors. They have no head coach. They have, only thing on that team that's moderately good is defensive line. Cam Scatterboot is just some roided out little kid. It's just a joke. Let's stop giving Cam Scatterboot coverage. This guy is just annoying at this point.
So we've got the Giants are +7 at home with +1 at even money, which screams to me, bet the Eagles big. -7, over-unders 40.5. Do you see it? Is anything screaming out to you on what you're playing tonight?
What's screaming out to me is to not watch this game. It doesn't matter. The Eagles are going to win. It's going to be a shit show of a game. You're going to have to watch Jalen Hurts play running back all season. I think it's what's the over-under? Is it 12? 40. Yeah, slam the under and just go to sleep. You don't need to watch this game. You don't need to get your Amazon Prime subscription and waste your time watching this. Go do your homework or go buy cards. Something better
Bryce
than that.
Press says, who's getting injured at MetLife tonight? Great question.
Hopefully it's everyone.
The ACL injuries are absolutely insane. JJ says, Eagles won't lose to another trash team twice in a row. Well, we'll see.
Cap.
We'll see. And then, we're going to talk about Shedeur Sanders to wrap the show today. Ethan, I don't know if you know what's going on. Kevin Stefanski refuses to name Shedeur Sanders as the second quarterback. What is wrong? This is like some New York Jets type shit. You have the ability to not make your team a circus, and you are not going to go on record and just put it to bed so nobody asks any more questions that Shedeur Sanders is the backup to Dylan Gabriel. How difficult is that to say?
Dude.
And also, now the question is, what type of piece of shit do you have to be, Shedeur Sanders, for your head coach? Like, what are you saying in the locker room, in front of cameras? We see some of it. What are you saying to people to make your coach hate you so much that he won't even announce you as the backup quarterback?
Dude, he's the only one stopping this league from becoming a clown show. He's doing the right thing. He should not name him the second starting quarterback because he's not the second starting quarterback. He fucking sucks. If you ask around the league, no one thinks he's ready for the NFL. No one wants to watch that garbage-ass kid blow games and then have press conferences where he's calling his daddy. I don't know why they would trade Joe Flacco. Joe Flacco's 5 times the quarterback Shedeur Sanders is. Go to the free agency, find someone else, cut him, and let him go to the Canadian Football League.
Well, Joe Flacco looked like absolute ass 2 weeks ago. Dylan Gabriel comes in. Dylan Gabriel comes in last week, and I don't know if you know Dylan or Ethan. Up until 2 minutes left,
They were winning. Yeah.
Carson Wentz had to bring a game-winning drive. So it's kind of impressive. It's kind of impressive. Dylan Gabriel comes in and does that against, by the way, a Vikings defense, which is no joke. The Vikings have a very good defense. Dylan Gabriel comes in. It's also it's fun to theorize that. Remember, Ravens called to the Sanders family and said, "Hey, we're thinking about taking Shedeur with the 4th or 5th pick," and they said, "Don't draft my son. He doesn't want to play behind Lamar because he wants a fighting chance to start." Instead, this dude goes to Cleveland, the place where players go to die and end their careers, all right, and gets named as the 4th quarterback on the team. Now, had you just humbled yourself and sat behind a 2-time MVP, one of the best quarterbacks in the league, if not the best, sit behind him, learn from him for a year or two, right? He wouldn't have even had to have waited. After 5 weeks, Lamar gets hurt, and guess who they would have called? "Hey, Shedeur, we need some help. We need to win a game or two while Lamar's down." You got Derrick Henry, you got Zay Flowers, DeAndre Hopkins, Mark Andrews, Isaiah Likely. Pick who you want to throw the ball to. And guess what? Now you're the head coach in Cleveland, who, by the way, is a fucking joke and is about to lose his job because he stinks so bad. Stefanski's out, bro. He's had 10 years. No. He's had way too long. He had Baker Mayfield. He lost. Baker Mayfield was the way Cleveland could have won 8 to 11 games every year and made the playoffs, and you would have had Myles Garrett on defense maybe. Instead, you're a joke. You're a laughing stock. You can't win a game unless you're playing the Packers, who fucking suck, right? So, great job, Shedeur Sanders. Great job, Dion. You fucked this up. That's our show, guys. Dappz Live every day, 12 p.m. The cookbook today, right after our show. We're doing our gambling show, The Cookbook. Please join us. I got some spider leg parlays if you want to make some money tonight. I'm 2 for 3 the last 3 weeks. General Managers Tuesdays at 4 p.m. Up or Down Thursdays at noon. Check out Up or Down. Ethan and I are talking about sports cards this week. If you want to make money buying and selling sports cards, nobody else to talk to besides me and Ethan. We will see you tomorrow, Dappz Live, 12 p.m.